In 2018, the tax code changed, and what that meant for a lot of people is that their charitable donations no longer had any effect on actually lowering their taxes. Side note, the tax break shouldn't be your primary motivation for giving, but it's still kind of a bummer to not get that perk. So let's take a married couple for example. Itemizing deductions takes into account things like your mortgage interest, your medical expenses possibly, and then the amount that you've paid in state and local taxes. And lastly, your donations to charity. If this totaled an amount that was greater than the standard deduction, which in 2017 was just over $12,000 for the married couple, then you would itemize your taxes and your charitable donations would have a direct impact in lowering your tax bill. The two 2018 changes that happened that affected this are that the state and local taxes got capped at $10,000 for the married couple, and that the standard deduction almost doubled to $24,000. Now, if you're below the standard deduction, then from a tax perspective, it's no different than if you didn't give anything to charity, and that's kind of lame. So what can we do differently? So let's extend this out to the next 4 years. With charitable stacking, you're simply changing the timing of your contributions to break through the standard deduction limit, because the more money that we can get over the standard deduction line, then the bigger tax break we're able to get. In this scenario, you would still take the standard deduction in years 2 and years 4, but in years 1 and 3, you'd be able to itemize because we've donated the charity to an amount that is greater than the standard deduction, and so we get a larger deduction. We're able to take credit for these charitable contributions in these years, and you're essentially saving possibly thousands on your taxes. But in doing this, we don't want to shut out our charity in years 2 and 4, and instead we still want to be able to give consistently. This is the case for tithing to your local church, for example. And so something that you can use is something called a donor advised fund, and you can think of the donor advised fund as being your giving envelope. What this allows is that you're able to give to the donor advised fund in years 1 and years 3, and then you can direct money from the fund to your charity on a more consistent basis over the 4-year period. With charitable stacking, you can continue to give well, and you can make it count on your taxes too. Thanks for watching, and check out javawealth.com if you want more information.